What's going on YouTube? Check this out. So it seems like there's a problem going on in with crypto as far as channels that are getting struck. So people are worried, people are concerned, rightfully so. You know, you have crypto YouTubers who, I guess YouTube is pulling the plug on their channels. It comes with the territory in a sense where, we don't own these channels. These things are not ours. We don't, it's the whole thing about decentralization versus decentralization and all that stuff. We don't own these channels, So the content that we make and we just freely give, it's just like social media. Once you decide to just get on these platforms, these conglomerates can do whatever they want to do with your content and not give you a reason. You could say whatever they want. And then what? And then this is the whole thing about cryptocurrency. If you're in crypto, you're not just, you're just not, I don't like using the word sheep, but you have a certain level of understanding that is courageous, where you're going against the status quo. You're going against the status quo. You have any type of crypto, you're going against the status quo. From the central banks, from governments, any group and bodies and structures that are against relinquishing their power or oppressive power onto the people is against crypto. And if you're in crypto, they're against you. The whole thing about Bitcoin being permissionless, borderless, they're against it. Clearly they want to take that power away from the people. They don't want people to become empowered. So this thing with YouTube, taking channels, it's not a surprise. I don't know why people are surprised. It's crazy because some of these channels that are struck, they don't even, the material that are being delivered and made on these channels, it's not even like there's a bunch of controversial content. We're talking about news. Some of these channels, they just deliver news. They might give their opinions, but it's just basically just informational types of material, and it's getting struck. Their channels are getting struck, videos deleted. So what's the backup? What's the backup plan? What's the backup plan? If they take my channel, oh well, it is what it is. Because I talk about crypto, so I don't know what the guidelines are as far as like if you could talk about the news on crypto or for crypto or not. They're not going to be clear. They're not going to say anything. You're just going to do what they do and keep it trucking. So I need to develop a strategy. Everyone else has to develop some kind of strategy. And the sad thing about it too is a lot of people who've amassed a certain following, who've been successful in YouTube and creating content, talking about crypto, etc., etc. It's a revenue stream. They're making money out of it. They're living off of it. And that's sad to hear that, that's getting cut for them, because now they have to do something else. But then that goes into other discussions about, creating multiple streams of revenue. So that way when one gets affected or cut, you have others to keep you afloat. You have others in place to keep you afloat. So it's just crazy. It's crazy. And that's another thing why, with the cryptocurrency, hold on to what works. Hold on to what works. They're already, as far as the alternatives that I've heard as far as creating content on social media, the alternatives have been, in my choices are, I'm not saying that's all that's there, it's just what I know. It's Steemit, Float, BitChute, DLive or DTube. Those are the only ones that I'm familiar with. If anyone knows anything, any other channels or outlets, feel free to, jot them down in the comment section and, take it from there. But it's what it is. You gotta have a plan B. You gotta have strategies. You gotta do it other things. And if you want to create sort of like passive income in crypto, because there's nothing wrong with that, but do it the right way and get involved with projects and blockchains that are delivering what they're meant to deliver, not the sketchy stuff, not the stuff that's fly by night, because then you're left holding a bag of L's. So that's it. Take care.